Pure fire. That's what today was in the small cap trading world. And I'm excited. I'm happy. I've had an excellent day here. And let's just dive right into it. We're doing today's trading recap. And today I'm up $3,312. That's a win in my book, for me at least. And pretty damn good day. Very, very happy about it. At the same time, I didn't perform as well as I could have. I had quite a few mistakes. And on top of that, I had a ton of trades in order for me to get to the 3,000. So anyways, we're going to dive right into it, show you what I traded, show you what was on fire. And let's look at it right now. So the fact that we have right now, I'm looking off to my left here on a different screen. It's I'm looking at the small cap stocks that have moved up big. We've got BSQR, which is at 206% right now on the day. CERE 136, MRIN 130, and PBTS 100%. So that's pretty incredible. Today I was kind of scrambled eggs in the sense that I was all over the place on which stocks to trade, and I eventually got focused, but at first I was kind of bouncing around between a lot of different stocks, and it's difficult sometimes because your focus, you got to have focus on what you're doing right at hand, and when you're looking at another stock too and trading that simultaneously, it gets a little difficult. But I did some of that, and it panned out. I got through it. I'm up pretty big today, so happy about that. Anyways, let's go ahead and dive into it. I want to show you kind of first trades today and first mistakes. So I want to be honest about this one. Most of you guys know who Ross from Warrior Trading is, and today he was actually live streaming his the market, and he was live streaming his trade. So I saw that on YouTube anyways, decided to hop in and just listen in as I traded as well. And that's where I ran into some issues. So I love Ross because he's an excellent teacher. I learned a lot of my stuff from his YouTube channel and some of his core stuff, his chat room, that stuff. And a great teacher, but at the same time, problem I had with trading was that so many different times I would be in the chat room, and he advises completely against this, to not follow him on his trades, which is, it's great that he says that, and he really means it. And the problem is when you're watching someone trade, kind of live trades, and YouTube is what, a 30-second delay or something, even when it's live. So there is timing issues. But anyways, when you listen into him and you've got your market open, there are plenty of times in the past when I first started trading, I would just inevitably follow him into some trades, or at least pop up the trade or the stocks that he's currently looking at. And I haven't traded or followed him in like a long time, or at least like when he's actively trading and me trading kind of alongside that. And I guess because today he was doing a live stream, and I guess he hasn't done that in a while. But anyways, I decided to tune in, and that was part of my problem because I think it was on the, let's see, maybe about the 7th trade for today. It was on BSQR, and I followed him into that one. But let me first start off with my first couple trades, and then we'll talk about BSQR. Here we go. So here's today's performance. A ton of trades. I took 92 trades, which is, in my book, too many. I mean, there's really no limit. But at the same time, I just don't like over trading. I did a lot of over trading today because I got into bad positions, and I wanted to one up myself and make sure. And so that mentality brought me into just a lot of trading. But anyways, I first started trading EXLA. but only had 2 trades on that. Moved over to CERE and had a few trades on that as well. The main ones for today were MRIN and BSQR, I believe. Yeah, that was kind of a majority. I did have a few more on CERE. So anyways, let's look real quick. I didn't. So on this one, XELA, it was to me only worthy of trading it right in this move here. After that, so I had 1 or 2 trades within here, and after that, it just kind of faded and really didn't go anywhere all day long until the end, and it curled back up. But at that point, I wasn't interested. I was looking at other stocks. And I moved on over to AUUD because this one had a lot of momentum from yesterday. And I remember the name, so I decided this would be worthy of trading. And the yearly chart looks pretty great too. Last couple of days it's had some good runs, and today, you know, hit a huge run today. So, but that was only towards the beginning of the market here. The thing zipped right into a halt, opened up from there, and traded up, which was good. And then from there, hit a high of 931 and just kind of rolled downhill from there. So let me see if I can show you real quickly, maybe some of my trades on AUUD. Yeah, so 956. I think I hopped in a little bit later. Yeah, 956 in here. So it went up. Here's the pullback. I hopped in, got in at 867, and ended up selling at 878. So a quick little move there. I should have held because it continued on and made new highs. But either way, I got a piece of it. I had that first trade on it. Next trade on that was 885. And then I ended up selling at 896. So winning trade right there, 600 shares. And then I did, let's see, I did it again. Yeah, I hopped in at 896 and got out at 895. So that was a break-even trade. But then got in again 919, sold at 920. So those last 2 trades were just worthless. They were break-evens. Nothing really good on those, but I did put some green on it previously. So that is that one. Okay, so now is when we talk about it was DBGI was the first one. And I heard Ross bring this one up, and I think he was jumping into it for some trades, and I pulled it up as well, and I had it on my list as well. But yeah, it started curling up, so I got a good trade on that, pretty decent. Got in at 719. Where was 719 at? Up here, so a little late into the game. What was that after the halt? Let's see, 10:01. Yeah, so I actually got in right after the halt. Got in 719 and out at 723, 300 shares of that. But then I followed him into, the big mistake for me was following him into, he's like, okay, BSQR's popping up. And he was talking about how he was hopping into it and he started trading it. So this one for me was an absolute disaster. I think this is where I went red on the day. So I did go red, not disastrous red, but quite a bit, especially for the beginning of the day. Here I am buying in, let's see, BSQR at 469. Okay, that was at 10:03. Yeah, this is where the disaster really hit me. And it was a tough one because I followed him into the trade, and I know I shouldn't do it, but I guess it was just one of those occasions. He was live streaming, and I guess he hasn't done that in a while, so I felt obligated to hop in just to hear how his trading was going. But I ended up following him into a trade, and I forget how he did on it, but anyways, I got in at 469, in here towards the top. Yeah, that's right in towards the top on this, because it had a nice move up and it just didn't hold it. So I ended up holding it for a little bit here. I'm trying to find out where I sold. Okay, yeah. Ended up selling at, what was the time frame? 10, 11, down here. So I held the damn thing for far too long. I went from the very top all the way down here. I ended up selling at 416. So a huge loss there for me. And it's one of those things like, why the hell did I follow him in? Like, I know better. And I guess that's the benefit for you guys here is I don't ever really do live streaming. Maybe I will in the future, but I do these recaps. So it's kind of nice for you guys to be able to see, you know, some of my trades and kind of what I was thinking. But I feel like it would be bad if you were trying to trade alongside me, because I've definitely done it in the past with Ross. And even though he advises against it, he's telling you, hey, don't follow me in. It's like, well, if you're pulling up certain stocks and they're looking good, I'm going to go in for a trade as well. Maybe not exactly when you're going in, but you know, followed him in. I went from, let's see what it was. I was up $375 on the day. And after that BSQR trade, I went to negative 164. And from there, I got in that bad mood of like, geez, I can't believe I just went negative there. And then I started making a bad trade after the other. And I only went negative 250, I think was my all-time low. And I just started switching over to other stocks, trying to, you know, get a sympathy move and to try to dig out. And so a few bad trades there, and then it was on CERE and MRIN. However, this thing, I thought it was kind of done when I had to take that loss on this move here. And it recovered. Now, it took a little while, but it did recover. And then it started pushing past and retesting that high of 474, which was good to see. I just had a bad taste in my mouth from the stock. And however, it went on a huge run today. So it's good that I got over that and go, look, I took my loss on it. And this thing is looking like it now has potential. And I'm going to go for it. So Ross, at some point, he left early. He usually just trades for an hour or two in the morning, 3-4 hours sometimes. But he usually leaves early and he's done early, whereas I trade longer into the market day, all the way to the close sometimes. And today was no different. So I hung around, and I'm glad I did, because this thing just made monster moves. And we got to a point here, I started trading it, and I had a ton of trades on it. 92 trades, not specifically on this, but all my trades. So I'm not going to go over into every single one for you guys, but I was trading it all throughout here. So this was really helping me recover my loss and really putting some good green on the day. But I didn't perform perfectly. I'm not a perfect trader. I don't think there is a perfect trader out there. But, you know, performance wasn't perfect today. But the fact that I made so many trades, there was a lot of opportunity in the market. I was able to get, you know, 3,300 today. So great numbers on the table. And once again, I don't think I performed at my best. So that's pretty incredible, though. That's what's important is knowing when there's opportunity in the market and still being able to go after it. Where things get really bad, I think, is that when the market's not hot and there's not a lot of opportunity, and I'm forcing trades because maybe I'm red on the day and I'm trying to get back to neutral, but there's no opportunities or nothing really good to trade, but I force trades and get into bad situations. That's never good. But when there's opportunity in the market like we had today, you know, 4 different stocks that are above 100% gain on the day, that's incredible. So today was fire. Awesome numbers today. Anyways, this one, BSQR, kept trading it. And then at this point, I actually hopped in for a short. I realized we moved up so much, and I traded it all throughout there. And at this point right in here, I realized, oh, this might be kind of a peak on the day. And so from there, I actually put in a short trade. And I don't really short that often. mainly because sometimes with E-Trade, either there's with certain stocks, they're hard to borrow, or sometimes you can't even get shares to borrow. So I don't short a whole lot, but I saw the opportunity. I was able to do on this one. It wasn't a big amount. It was like a $700 holding amount, not a trade, but the value I was holding was about 700, 800 bucks on the short. So, anyways, that was actually, I timed that perfectly. I got in, and I think it was around 7:34, and the thing just went south. So it was perfect. However, I was thinking, man, this thing has gone down so much. I think it's going to continue, and I think it's going to go way down past VWAP and go, I think this thing is done for the day. And I was wrong. So down in here, I think I was up about 150 bucks on that short, but I kept holding it. And even on this curl up, I was thinking, it's going to curl up maybe a little bit and then just fade again. So I'll just hold it. And I ended up holding it all the way into here. But the cool thing was that I kept that short position, and just when it started moving up here, I started trading it to the long side again. So those two separate trades, one short that I'm just holding, and the other I'm trading as it's going long. So it's kind of cool to be able to do that, to hold that short position, thinking that, hey, long term for the day, this might end up way down lower for the day. So I'll hold the short as it moves up, and I'll trade it to the long side, which is what I did. So a lot of good moves in here, and the fact that we broke this high of 775. And we ripped past that. It did test that and failed, but then it came back, curled around, and broke past it. So awesome momentum here. I had a ton of trades on this stock, and it helped me put on my gains today. So really great stuff. And I will show you. Let's see, what was the other one? MRIN was here was a really significant one. So MRIN, I did trade throughout the day on this stock, but we got to a spot in here. For me, I was looking kind of for that next leg. I thought we were going to have like another leg shooting up somewhere in here, and we got a pretty big fake out in this point. And then from there, it faded. So I had a couple losing trades in here that were difficult just because I got faked out. And from there, I had probably about 3 or 4 losing trades in this area. And I just said, forget it. I'm done with this stock for now. It's just not working the way I wanted to. And it just faded. It kind of went into nothingness. But then we had this spot right here where it curled up big time. And so that's where I got kind of a little bit more interested, and I wanted to see kind of what would happen, and then had a split move to the downside there, traded sideways for a while, but I got really interested in this area here. So this is a significant move from, this is a huge winning trade for me today. So as it's in this area, I'm watching it, and we get to this spot right in here where we've broken down a bit with this red candle. It consolidates, and now it's curling. I'm thinking, okay, this might be an opportunity. If we get past this area or get close to it, there's more potential for the breakout higher. So I hopped in, and let me show you my my actual trade on it. So I'm trying to get the numbers here. 1438. Let me go to that timestamp. Okay, here we go. Boom, beautiful. So I'm anticipating kind of a move up, and I'm not thinking it's going to be this big. But anyways, I hop into it, buying at 14. Oh, that's not right. Okay, that was my second trade on. Okay, here we go. I bought in at 1280. Okay, that's better. Yeah. So bought in at 1280. perfect timing on this thing. I really lucked out. Bought in, and what was that? 600 shares. So from there, the thing just rips up, and it goes up to, well, it went all the way up to, what was it, 1413, 1416. Anyways, I held all the way up to 1397, so right under 14. And that was a massive move for me. So this was the one time where I anticipated that breakout, and it worked for me perfectly into a huge amount. And I held it in that perfect amount of time. Hindsight, I should have held on to it, but I sold it. Perfect move there. So that was a huge gain for me. I don't think I have, I'm not going to go back and look at that. Okay. So yeah, huge move here. I got it. And then right before it went into a halt, I'm like, damn, this thing had an incredible strength. So when it's, I threw in a quick order right before it halted, ended up getting in at 14.15. And my thought there was that, okay, we pushed this hard. I'm just going to try to exit out of this move just for a little bit move higher, because I was worried it would flush because this was such a quick move up. I thought, you know, same thing could happen going down. So my idea there was get in right before the halt and then sell. So that's what I did. I got in at 14.15 and sold, let's see, $14.45. So I was able to just put in a quick sell order, $14.45. So should have held it once again, but I still got a winning move there. So that's, you know, what I've been doing throughout this day, and it's been working for me. A lot of scalp trades. This one was excellent. Had some there, and then I kept going in and kept working for me. So I really enjoyed this one. And however, I did get bit pretty hard when we got into this zone. Once we started reaching these incredible levels, I mean, to see this thing just go from $9 to a high of 18, incredible. But anyways, I just see this thing pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, and I'm hopping in, but there's a lot of areas that I'm worried about, so I'm kind of hesitant to go in and hold, because I kept thinking there was going to be the top of this at any point, it's going to reverse. And I was right, I just didn't have the timing right. So I traded it all throughout all these moves, and I don't know what I was thinking. This was a bad zone, but I decided, hey, we've hit these highs. This thing has got some serious strength. It's pulled back on these two candles. It looks like we've got just a bit of a pullback. I want to hop in here, getting set up for possibly another curl up. Even if we just retest, I'm fine with that. Going up and just selling at whatever, 1877, or holding and trying to get even a little bit more out of it. But I was wrong timing, and it completely flushed on me. So I was in with a big amount there, and boom, I had to just eat the loss and take the big hit on that. And I want to show you let's see if I can find that zone. At that point, I think I had hit my high of the day. Which one was it? I think it was this. No, it wasn't that one. Okay, yeah. Might have been this one here. I went from being up 3,000 to 2,600. So $400 loss, really tough to swallow that. It was not good. But however, this is where it was time to shine, and I really nailed it on this part. Thanks to BSQR. So real quick, that's where I made my big mistake, and I just had to eat the loss. And it sucks because I was up, you know, pretty high on the day, and then to take that $400 loss was pretty tough. But you know, sometimes I struggle when we get towards the top of things because I feel like there's been so much momentum that there might be more, but everything's got a top at some point. So I read it wrong and just got too emotional into this trade and just bad timing and took it wrong. So last part of the day, this is what got me back to a really good zone, because I was sitting at 26.04, and then sorry, I took another bad trade. Oh, this is my short that I closed out, because the short was actually going against me. I'll show you that in just a sec. But I was down 25 to 2,500 bucks, and then my last trade on the day with BSQR getting up to 3,312 bucks. So that one trade there really put me over the top. So what is that? A $700 trade. That was legit for me, and I think it was right in here on this move. I want to show you exactly how that went. So I did close out my short. I told you guys I shorted it right in here. And it was a small trade. It was a small amount that I was trading, 700, 800 bucks, and watched it go all the way down and then back up. And so anyways, I decided to close out of that position. So it was a losing position, but it wasn't a big loss per se. And anyways, my last trade of the day, I'm going to show you that real quick. All right. BSQR. Okay, I want to make sure I got this right. 749. Yeah, okay. Look at this. So I just timed this pretty well, and I ended up getting in at 749, right in this area, with 1,000 shares. So we're talking, you know, 7,400 bucks on the trade. Popped in 749. I was kind of thinking, you know, we might get a break, and we got an awesome one, a seriously awesome one. So it moved up all the way to here, and instead of selling, I decided, Joey, just hold it, ride it through. This thing has some serious strength. You see that? It might continue. Just hold it for a bit and ride it. So that's exactly what I did. And I realized, oh man, if we get up to here or here in the $8 area, this thing can push. Anyways, I ended up sold my last part at, oh, I actually did. I held it all the way to the close. So I knew if we were breaking past this 814, we had a chance for a little bit higher. So I actually held it, market closes, and then I put in an after hours order, and I just started to throw one in. At 8:30, I got filled at 8:30, so a huge trade for me, 700 bucks, and that was so nice to end the day, because I had gone all the way down, you know, built all the way up to my high on the day at one point was 3,400 bucks, and then my bad trades towards the end just started shaving things off, went up to the 2,500. So to end up putting on that $700 trade, I felt really good about. Glad to end the day there. And that was the performance for today. So I did go red today. I did not perform perfectly, but I got enough trades in to make a significant amount for the day. I was able to dig out of the red and just trade my way all the way to victory. So that pretty much wraps up this trading day. I want to show you the calendar, show you where we're at today. So this month has been great. Love my ratios, 17 green trades, 4 red. To me, I'm really happy with that. I'll take those ratios all day long. And that puts me at 9,800 bucks for the month. And this week has been excellent so far. Now, I realize, hey, tomorrow I could have a nasty big red day. That is a possibility. So I got to try to play it cool, play it calm, be focused, and try to put on one more green day. Doesn't matter if it's $200, $1,000. I mean, the more the better. But having yesterday be at 931 and then today being 3,312, that's awesome. That's $4,200 for the week, and that's only 2 days of trading. So that's incredible. I wish I could keep my numbers more at that. But hey, it's just, that's the way trading goes. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the recap today. Let's I want to show you one more thing. My swing trade with AMC. Another grinding day on it, man. This is, I'm getting too antsy for this. I know we do have some serious potential, but it just seems like, man, this thing has to be super manipulated. The fact that it hasn't broken out just seems crazy to me with all the talk behind how many people are holding it and not selling, and then all the shorts that are going to have to cover at some point. So if, you know, we push higher and harder. But anyways, today was just, it was a red day, and it was another grinding one. Now granted, hey, we didn't break down out of this whole range here, which is good. So we do have some support. But at the end of the day, this isn't really a technical play. I mean, you can look at this and go, it's got a nice chart set up, you know, for next potential move higher. But with all the manipulation and all the craziness going on with this, I don't think, you know, numbers are reporting accurately. There's a whole ton of stuff that could be going on with this, and to just be looking at the technicals, I don't think this is more of it's the meme stock. It's, you know, it's this whole cultural market mover. So yeah, today I was thinking, hey, at the beginning here we had an awesome push from like 59 all the way to 61. I was thinking, hey, there's potential. Here we go. As long as we can break that 65 area, we're going to be, you know, rocket ship. But no rocket ship today. Just all downhill after that peak. So that's where AMC sits, still hanging out in that position. And that's pretty much for today, guys. I once again, I really hope you enjoyed today's recap. And I want to hear from you guys. I want to find out how you did today. I personally feel like with 4 stocks that popped 100% plus gain on the day, there was plenty of opportunity. And I feel like there was a lot of potential to make some good money today. So let me know what you made. Let me know if you're green. And hey, if you're red too, that's okay. It's how it goes. There's definitely been days where there's been massive movers, and I've been red all the day. So I've been there. Definitely been there. But that's it, guys. Take care. Have a good one. Cheers to you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Last day of the month. And as a reminder, we do have Monday off because it's a holiday for 4th of July. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's closed. I'll double check. You should double check too. But yeah, that's it. Take care. Have a good one.